Hey y'all, this is DeLonda here with your Restscription for today. Has anyone ever told you to pray and your eyes roll back in your head 20 times when they turn their back, when they turn their back? Well, look here. I want to give you yet another opportunity to roll your eyes in your head today. Because I want to tell you to pray whatever you are going through, because I get it. A lot of times we're praying and we say, this ain't it. This ain't working. I done poured out my heart to God. He ain't answering. He ain't hearing me. And I want to take you to Psalm 77 today. And this psalm is by Asaph. And Asaph was having a time in this psalm, and he was pouring out his heart to God. And in the beginning of this psalm, he says, I cried aloud to God, and he will hear me. And here is what happened. Asaph had a time where he felt like he wasn't getting an answer from God. He said he was pouring out to God so much, his soul could not be comforted. He was reaching out his hand, stretching out his hand without ceasing all through the night. That means that he was at a point of weakness in this. He was drained in strength. And haven't you been drained in your strength from praying, from crying out to God, and there's no answer in sight? He said he could not even be comforted. Ever been sick, so sick that you could not eat the best foods, the most whatever tastiest treats that you like? You couldn't even stomach it. I imagine that Asaph was feeding on the best of God's goodness and his word and thinking about the blessings of God, and none of that comforted him. Ever been praying and you said it ain't doing nothing? It ain't bringing the anxiety down. It's not bringing the peace that you need. And he even said that he remembered God. And what happened? He still was moaning. He was complaining, and he still felt overwhelmed. All of this to God. He even started to bring up some questions. He said, will the Lord spurn forever and never again be favorable? Has his steadfast love ceased forever? Are his promises at the end for all time? Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in his anger shut up in compassion? But see, he moves further than that, because there's a turning point in Psalm 77, right at verse 10, where he says, then I said, I will appeal to the years of the right hand of the Most High. And you know, in some versions, it says that he was like, this is my anguish, which means that he was saying, this is my fate. But you know what? I'm going to go at it again. I am going to talk about the blessings of God. And he begins to list all that God has done in past time. And here's the thing. Let's go back to the beginning. He said that the Lord would hear him. He believed that God would hear him in all of his anguish, in all of his, a little lack of faith, in all of his crying out, and all of his not getting. He still believed that God heard him, that God was hearing him. And so I want you to believe that today, that in all of your praying, in all of your toiling, and all of your strength being worn down because you feel like that you have been praying without ceasing, to still go back and think about the favor of God that has been on your life in times past. Even if you don't see it now, just think on that. Think about the goodness of God. Let your mind be stayed on Christ in these times. God will come through. I don't care if it's been 2 months, if it's been 2 years, continue to think about God's character, about his goodness, about the blessing before. If he done it again, he'll tell you like he told the disciples when he was feeding the 4,000 to 5,000. What did he say? Haven't you seen anything yet? Like, don't you get it? Like, if I did it before, he'll do it again, and he will do it for you again. So I want you to be encouraged on today that, yeah, you may roll your eyes again and say, oh, here we go about prayer. But prayer is it. Even when we think it's not it. We just have to keep in. We have to stay consistent. We have to stay diligent, knowing that God is faithful and he will do it. Even if you don't see it, he's working. He's making all things work out for the good of those that love him and that are called according to his purpose. Amen on today, and amen on today, girl. Rest. Bye.